Can you just take us on a little journey? Can you give us a little bit of coaching about grief and these particular organs and what, what do these organs go through when we're experiencing these complex emotions?
Certainly. Well, yes. So in Chinese medicine, and you'll probably hear me preface with the words in Chinese medicine a lot during our conversation, the lungs and the large intestine are what we call paired organ systems. They work together to promote our overall health, our immunity, and they are the organs that are most affected by grief. So when our lungs and our large intestine are strong, we can deal with grief. We know how to access it, to process it, and to, as you say, transform through it, because there is always an act of letting go. We experience it from the moment we're born until our last breath through our breath, right? If we were to say, oh gosh, I might not get another breath, because we know we're not going to get another breath one day, and we decide not to let go, to exhale, well, we are going to hasten that process of that moment of not being able to get another breath in, because we must exhale in order to inhale. Same, so that's at the level of the lungs, right? And so if our lungs are gunked up with either toxins or mucus, or just a habit of either sitting or breathing shallowly, not into our lower lobes, then they are going to be a little bit more vulnerable to when we are inevitably going to get, I was going to say hit with, but it maybe, we're going to experience a moment of grief, and it does it, whether it's a little loss or a big loss, they are going to sort of affect us similarly. The large intestine, of course, is another organ system of assimilation and elimination. We take in the nutrients, and if we don't take them in well, and if our large intestine isn't healthy, with our microbiome being healthy, then we are going to be ill. If we don't eliminate well, then we are here again going to be all the more ill, when in fact, we get this emotional impact of grief. It will inevitably cause an inflammatory response in our gut, because of the elevated cortisol associated with the grief, that will then make our guts a little bit leaky. That single cell layer of our intestines, which will let our nutrients pass into our blood, will get permeable, and particles that should be too big to pass into the bloodstream will get into the bloodstream, and our immune system, doing the job it's supposed to do, will go look for tissues to attack, to find that pathogen and get rid of it for our ability to live healthfully. Ironically, when that happens, this becomes typically the precursor to an autoimmune situation, because a protein from our undigested food getting into our bloodstream will look like a protein in our own tissue, and our body will tag that tissue saying, aha, I found it. It's the thyroid. It's the tissue surrounding the joints for rheumatoid arthritis. It's the tissue of the colon itself for ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease. So it's just an aberration of what is trying to be a healthy response.